Welcome to Saint and Bronies Discuss. One of the few areas of YouTube where opinions are all over the place, even under the sheets and in the guitars, on the mats, and everywhere else.
I brought you letter and muffins.
Hello?
Yep. If you remember from our last episode, today's topic... Or did we talk about that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Today's episode 7?
8, 7, 6,
9,
7
12,
and a half, 6,
35. We're 35 years in the future. This is what we're talking about now.
Ditsy do.
Or Derpy Whooves.
Don't you dare say Derpy Whooves. You'll get in trouble. The mothers will kick down your doors and kick you in the face.
I don't care. We're gonna...
Why, though? Why?
Why is she such a hot topic? Why was she... Well, yeah. And I think now that the Ditsy controversy has died down somewhat, I think now's an appropriate time to talk about it.
Yes.
But for those who don't know, who is, like, nobody, everybody was a part
Everybody
of
knows
this.
about it.
But for those of you, maybe you
Those
can't...
of you living under a rock.
Or those who just, came in late.
The whole thing was that during the Applejack episode, the last roundup, she ended up saying a few lines, and Tabitha St. Germain was the voice of Derpy. However, that was the thing. They named Ditsy Derpy, and a lot of mothers got really
Not mothers, just people.
I'm just gonna say soccer moms.
It wasn't.
I'm just gonna say soccer moms. Just let me go.
But it wasn't.
Just let me roll with
Fuck
soccer
you.
moms. Soccer moms got really angry at it because of the fact. There's two reasons to it. One, it was because she was named Derpy. That was the main reason. But the other one was because
She sounded stupid.
well, Tabitha didn't know Derpy was a girl, so she just tried to do a voice that was kind of like unisexual, and it made it. And it, I'm not gonna lie. I really do see where they come from. It did make Derpy look like they were making fun. Well, I'm not gonna say making fun.
But they were trying to
Mental
make her look
retardation.
like she had a mental issue.
Yes, and being at a high school, we do have some kids there that have mental retardation or some type of slowness.
Yeah,
or
my
ADD.
sister has
Down syndrome.
She has Down syndrome, a certain degree of mental retardation,
Yes.
including the derp eyes.
So we do know what it is in real life.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves a bit. Who is Derpy Whooves? Again, for those of you who came in late or have been living under some sort of rock for the past, year.
The bubbly male mare that's always leveled muffins around the town.
Derpy Whooves was originally an animation error that appeared in the first episode of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. In the background, you could see her eyes, which were crossed, in different directions, and her mouth that was all scrunched up. People saw this and instantly took to her, dubbing her the name Derpy Whooves. And as time went on, she became more and more prevalent in the fandom, basically becoming our own little icon. And as time went on even more, the people behind the show began to take notice of this, along with our little community.
And they made her into a kind of Where's Waldo for each episode.
Each episode where Derpy appeared, they would derp her eyes. And now in Season 2, they've added in scripted moments where they put, this is where Derpy was, okay? We have Derpy here. And then, come episode 15, the last roundup premiered, and the world was shocked to see Derpy Whooves actually speak and be referred to as Derpy Whooves. And that just took the world by storm. People were flipping out. People were jumping up and down in joy. Everyone was happy. Well, except for a few people.
Mothers and fathers.
Mothers, fathers.
Aunts, grandmas, grandpas.
Or
dogs,
just people who
cats,
just
fish,
sort of saw the sort of thing as being offensive.
tires.
Fuck you. This better not become a meme for this show.
If you have not seen the movie Rubber, I
Don't.
dare you
Don't.
to watch it. Watch it.
Yeah, watch Rubber.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Go ahead. Go watch it.
It's a foreign comedy.
Make my doggy day. But yeah, anyway. Some people suddenly took offense to this, seeing her as being a shot at people with mental retardation. Yeah. And yes, I kind of see where they were coming from. I mean, her eyes were derped. That is a mental issue that that is a physical issue that some people have. She did stupid things. She
sounded weird.
She sounded weird. That wasn't intentional. That was a bit of a mistake. But still, ultimately, yes, all those things culminate in something that could definitely be seen as being offensive. But it wasn't meant to.
It wasn't. It was just supposed to be a shout out to let them know that
they cared about us.
We here. All the bronies.
Yeah. I mean, look at it this way. Say Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Yes.
He was stupid. His eyes crossed sometimes. He talked like a mentally retarded
He slammed his head in the dirt and said he was a woodpecker, except for dirt.
I love dirt. But yeah, And
No,
did
I
anyone
didn't see anyone get mad?
did anyone complain about him?
No.
No, of course not. Who else is it? What was another dumb character?
Derp character.
Yeah. Oh God, what was an? Oh well, we're gonna stick too long on this. The point is, there are stupid characters all over the place, and Cross Eyes is just kind of a generally used trope for discussing someone who's doing stupid things. So that that's busted.
Yeah.
Her
The way she kind of just screwed everything up.
her screw ups. People mess up sometimes. Big deal. Derpy. That was another big thing. Derpy.
I kind of think that was the whole thing though, was the name Derpy, as in derp, herp retard.
Well, that's not. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean retard.
I've seen people call mental retardation people as derpy or derp, herp, derp.
Well, but it's also used to just describe people who are just doing something plain dumb.
I know. It's
derpy being kind of an internet slang term that just sort of became onto its own. It is kind of a very vague on its definition. So no one really knew the way to address it. And the fact that one of the ways it is used is to describe someone who is mentally retarded. Or mentally challenged, excuse me. That's a little offensive, and I don't want to offend those people. It is used in that way, so that's kind of one of the reasons why people were so angry. Because, you add the fact she is cross-eyed, that's a disability. Doing something stupid, that's, kind of a stereotype for people with mental issues. And, she seems to be sort of being chaperoned along.
Yeah.
It all just sort of culminates in this character who definitely could be seen as offensive. She wasn't meant to be, though. She was meant to be a shout-out to the fans. Tabitha St. Germain addressed that she didn't originally intend for her Derpy's voice to sound as it did. Like Jamie said, it was very unisexual, or more or less addressed towards...
and when they made the edits, they made it sound more girly.
Yeah. The voice for the new one... yeah, okay. I'm getting ahead of ourselves again, a bit.
Real quick, I just want to say, it's kind of strange, in the fandom, there have been people that have made Derpy before the episode, they've made her that kind of klutzy, kind of same old pony like she was in the episode, only a little bit smarter than that.
Maybe.
And then there's others where it's just her eyes are screwed up. Nothing else. She's smart, but her eyes are just screwed up.
She's a normal pony, but her eyes are screwed up. But
Neck shipping and handling.
Neck shipping and handling. Great story, by the way. You should check it out.
Ditzy has had so many types of characteristics and personalities that I don't think Studio B and everyone, I don't think Cho was probably the best one.
Well, that's kind of just generally what you get by looking at her. First impression is that she might be a bit of a klutz. Not mentally retarded, mind you, just kind of klutzy.
I could see her being klutzy.
Some people just, are a little clumsy, a little more slow, but that doesn't necessarily mean they've got any sort of issues. There's nothing wrong with them.
No.
Come on. I mean, just to show you how this can feel. My little sister watches My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic a lot. She loves it, and she saw the episode. And she's only 3, but it's not like she pointed at that and said, "That's me," or that's me. No, I said that's me, that's me, referring, or that. It's not like she did anything like that. My mom saw it, and she works with kids like that from time to time. She didn't see anything wrong with it. Well, she didn't. She saw what was wrong with it, but she wasn't offended by it. Yeah, she wasn't meant to be anything offensive. Just kind of a shout out.